walk people. Can we talk about Rōki for a second?
Let's go.
Ugh is right, Laura. So he pitched in the Freeway Series yesterday.
Yeah.
He didn't even record an out in the first inning. They basically brought in someone else, and he went back out there to pitch more afterwards, but they basically said, okay, you're done for this inning. We'll bring you back out there. He walked 6 guys, hit 2 more, didn't give up any hits, and allowed 5 earned runs. Now,
Didn't give up any hits.
Didn't give up any hits. He's walking everybody.
So you put 8 guys on base.
He put 8 guys on base.
Jeez.
And in 2+ innings.
And 5 plated.
5 plated.
Yeah, that's got to be unacceptable, right?
He's pitched 8.2 innings this spring. That's not very many. He's walked 15 guys.
Oh, my God. What's happening to Rōki?
That's 2 an inning.
What's wrong with Rōki?
I don't know. And it's a really good question. And I think that, look.
Too much too soon?
I don't know. Let's kind of walk through this.
Okay.
I think if we had not seen what we had seen in the postseason, I would be exceptionally worried. But because we did see what we saw in October, one of the main reasons the Dodgers won the World Series is because Rōki Sasaki bolstered that bullpen to a degree that I don't think anybody saw coming. He was their 9th inning guy. He pitched multiple innings against the Phillies, against many times. He came in and saved the day.
One of 50 stories that saved the day.
Absolutely. But without his, it doesn't happen. Had that not happened, I'd be like, hey, man, maybe he's not cut out for this. Maybe he's a little intimidated by the major leagues. Maybe he needs more seasoning in the minor leagues. Because what we've seen of him, other than a very short run through October, has been pretty darn mediocre to less than mediocre. He was not very good in Japan when he went over there last year. He came here. We saw that he was a little overwhelmed, very emotional. They sent him down to the minor leagues. He rehabbed physically and all those things and came back and did pretty well. But they gave him a spot in the rotation this year. He's going to be in the rotation. I don't know for how long. We can talk about that coming up. But he has not earned it. He just simply hasn't. And that doesn't mean that he can't pitch well once the games start mattering in a week or so. But DeMarco, he's been dreadful.
Why do you think they keep, sorry to cut you guys off, but why do you think they're pushing this narrative for him to be in the rotation? Do you think it's because they're like, well, we can afford for him to have reps? Or should he just be someone that you go to more? I don't want to say a closer because not that.
I don't think we're there at the closer thing yet, but your question is a good one. I think it's as simple as this. Number one, the stuff is the stuff, right? Like he's got incredible stuff, but it doesn't matter if you don't throw the ball over the plate. And I think you see the stuff, you're intrigued by it. He really was not a guy that was struggling with his command in any real way in the Japanese league. This is a relatively new thing. I don't know if he's intimidated by major league hitters. He's afraid to come into the zone. I don't know. I don't think so because we saw him get guys out during the regular season, during the postseason. But I don't know how long you can run a guy out there who will not throw the ball over the plate. You've heard me wail about guys that walk people all the time. It's like, if you give up a hit, okay, they're major leaguers. They're going to hit the ball occasionally. But if you're just loading the bases for free, it doesn't work.
The one thing you can't do. So what do you do with him?
Well, if he continues to struggle like this, I think you have to send him to the minor leagues and have him work it out down there.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Oh,
nothing other than you expected him to be a part of your rotation. Now, the Dodgers have plenty of other options that you can use. I think your point, Laura, of maybe you put him in the rotation because, look, the Dodgers are going to the playoffs. They are.
But he always struck me as the dude that maybe when we see the best of him, it won't be here. Not always struck me. That's not right to say, but after this season, the way it went for him, like I think we'll see the best out of him at some point, and it probably won't be here. Because like you said, this is not a place where you come to get better.
No, well, I understand your point. And they have the luxury of, if Rōki Sasaki had decided to go, let's just use the Padres as an example, right? And when he's deciding where he's going to come from Japan to the American major leagues, he could have gone wherever he wanted, really. Had he gone somewhere that wasn't the Dodgers, it would have been, you need to be the anchor of our rotation today, like starting today. And had he failed or struggled to achieve, the pressure would have gotten more. The Dodgers can say, look, you're just one of the guys. You're good. If it doesn't work out, you can go to the minor leagues. You can figure this out. We're going to go win our 95 to 100 to 105 games. Whether you pitch well or not, we've got plenty of other options. So I think the pressure is a little lower, other than he was a little more famous than he was good to start. And I think that the fact that Ohtani was here, the fact that Yamamoto was here, it's like, oh, we got the next great Japanese player. He'll come in and be just as amazing as these guys. Hasn't been as easy for him.
I also think that there's something clearly mental blocking him
I think
there,
so too.
But maybe that's why they haven't sent him down to the minors, because they already know something's mental, and then sending him down that way could potentially spiral him even worse.
It could. It would be even worse. Walking 6 guys and hitting 2 in 3 innings.
Proof now. Yeah, you need to work this out. That's a shame. I just remember people saying he's going to be the best pitcher ever because he had that one pitch you couldn't track. Right.
And I think that's why you keep saying running back out there.
Right.
Running back out there.
That was like the first week of him pitching.
It was. Yeah. And he was amazing. And then he kind of lost his mind. Baseball will mess with your brain in a way that
sports will mess with your brain.
Very true. But what was probably very easy for him most of his athletic life is now very hard.
Oh, yeah.
And last year, remember, he's bending his knee more. Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or maybe he got a couple of guys out and said, hey, this isn't as hard as I thought it was. And he started to have a little confidence. He started to attack a little more. He started to be a little bit more aggressive, because you watch him now, he's just not attacking. He's nowhere near when he pitched against the Phillies, when he pitched against the Brewers, when he pitched against the Toronto Blue Jays. He attacked the strike zone. And the second he got out of the strike zone, they went and got him almost right away. Like the second he started to nibble a little bit, Dave went and got him almost right away. So clearly that's one of the things that they're concerned about.
I guess I'm invested because he's Rōki.
Oh, yeah.
I'm invested because I know his name. And there was so much expectation put upon him, and I hate when a guy doesn't live up to the expectation.
It's hard.
It is.
He's
very hard.
Dodger too,
and I don't think you could ever live up, really, unless you're top 3 starter for what we heard about the guy.
I think that was overblown, and I think people that know.
That's where you started,
I mean? The idea that he's going to show up and be Yamamoto was never accurate. The hype, you're right. The hype was definitely there, but anybody that was paying it, he's not. Yamamoto was the Sawamura, which is their Cy Young, 3 times in the other league. Second best league in the world. He was the best guy over and over and over again. He was a polished, finished product when he got here. It's not true of Sasaki. Sasaki's just started.
He's just getting started. Yeah. What was the guy's name in New York? Was it Irabu?
Hideki Irabu.
Hideki Irabu. Was that the guy that Steinbrenner said, I wanted King Kong? Like, we expected so much.
Yeah.
And he was okay.
He was okay.
But he wasn't that, so it was considered a failure.
The pressure that come when guys come from that league over here.
He said Godzilla. That's what he wanted.
Yeah, it's
Godzilla.
like, okay, not everybody's going to be Ohtani or Hideki Matsui or Yamamoto. There's going to be, or Ichiro. There's going to be some guys that are just guys.
Right.
Yeah. They're good enough guys to play in the major leagues, but
there's a lot of guys.
Not everybody's Ichiro and Ohtani.
You know what I went down?
Ohtani pitches today, by the way.
I went down the rabbit hole. You'll love this. You hate this name, but you love to see him pitch.
Who's that?
And he was only good. He was great for about 4 years and then disappeared. Tim Lincecum.
Oh, he was amazing.
He was amazing, right?
Oh, yeah.
He just popped up on my TikTok page.
Is he an MLB The Show legend?
No, but I'm surprised I actually haven't made a card for Tim Lincecum.
Okay. I think it's that trend, like, what did I look like in the 90s?
Oh, I saw that.
Yes.
Well, he had the long hair.
The long hair, yes.
You guys should do that.
He's a husky, you know.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I know a lot about Tim.
Yeah.
Believe me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just remember him being like the best thing in baseball.
I think he won the Cy Young 2 years in a
for
row.
About 4 years, and then that was it.
He's little.
Tiny.
He is both the reason you take a chance on a guy and the reason that they'll always choose the big guy over the little guy. Yeah. He was electric, but he was relatively small. He's very slight. He was not.
I think Rōki's small.
Rōki's tall, but he's thin.
How tall is Rōki?
I think he's 6'3".
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I picture him shorter.
Maybe Yamamoto's short.
6'4".
Maybe
6'4". There you go.
Okay.
Damn, he's tall.
Yeah, Rōki's very tall.
Dude. Yeah.
Rōki's as tall as Ohtani.
Oh.
Let's go.
So,
Will Chamberlain.